Hello and welcome everyone. Today I am going to demonstrate an infrastructure monitoring tool or iMon in short, built on Python and Django. This single page web application can onboard, manage, monitor and alert any infrastructure inventories like your servers, databases, network and storage devices or any other custom application. It can monitor any end-to-end customizable parameters of any target. You onboard a target or any object, define what parameters to monitor, and this application will monitor that object. And whenever any incident or a critical threshold warning alert arises, they will display those items in the dashboards as well as sends an alert and also can raise a incident to your choice of any ITSM tool like ServiceNow, Jira, or any other thing. So I'm going to give you a small demo. So as you can see, I'm going to first server tabs so where I can see all the servers and this will be the URLs. You can go directly to also. And this is a single page application. For example, I can search for any server with a host name or IP address. For example, I want to search all the server start in New York. So I can see all the, just if I type new, I can see all the servers in New York. Likewise, if I type Delhi, I can see all the servers in Delhi. Yeah, that, that's it. That's how the searching of the works. So, and also I can go to any server to see all the details of that. So, for example, if I go to this New York data center one host one server, you can see all its status. It is running. It is and whatever the parameters we define. So, if I go inside this, I can see all the details. So, I can edit the server details here. I can save it, go back, or I can also delete it. And this will give me real-time monitoring update from the actual server. What is the load, what is the CPU uses, memory swap, and also disk uses. So like as you can see display the dashboards and chats also. Like what's the freeze in drive C, what's the freeze percentage? It's 40%. What is the used percentage in 60? That's in blue. Likewise for D drive, I can see 80 and 20% free and used percentage. You will have the numerical table also, and we can also have any kinds of charts. Like this will show the CPU uses over time and this one use the memory uses over time. So that was about the servers. I'll also give you demo how to add a server. If I go here and I can add a server, let's say I want to add a server name called, let's say, a fourth server in New York data center. I can just copy paste any IP address, any dummy IP address. Let's say its IP address will be 19, and you can define what all status to be defined. So let's say right now it's online, and what should be the life? Let's say it's in service, and these all are not so mandatory. Let's say I will put it at RHEL and it's Unix and submit. So the server has been added here. If I and then I can go and see the details of it. Right now, this detail the metrics has been not started. Once the metrics completes, backend job completes, they will update the data here and I can delete the server. So after some time when we configure the everything, we can see the server real-time metrics in this. Likewise, we have databases. Simply we can just do the same thing. I can add a database or cancel it. As of now, I don't, I can see, and this also I can see what database is hosted on where. So like this is a Sybase database, or let's say, and this is hosted on this server. So I can go directly to the server, or I can go to the database details. And apart from this, we can also integrate this inventory application with any other application or scripts using REST API. So we also have REST API here, and you can see this is the browser API view. If I want to go to only JSON format, I can go to a JSON format as well. Not here, but it will be here. So if I yeah, I can get the data or I can also browse the API also. So this is game provided by Django REST framework. I can see all the data. Likewise, I can also update the data. I can either do in HTML form or a raw data. So that's what about the REST API. Simply, likewise, I can see for databases, and I'll also give you a demo how this monitoring is working. In the backend, all these servers will have a script running on them, and they will be updating their real-time data, monitoring data to this central database via REST API. So likewise, for also databases, there will be scripts, or we can also configure a user monitoring user in the web UI, which will log in every few seconds, every regular interval, and checks, collects all the important parameters and displays them here. So I will like to show you how I have integrated the backend via REST API. So I would like to update this data via REST API. So how I can access and REST update the API. So for example, I am logged into the Python terminal, and now I'm going to just do some CRUD application, that is create, retrieve, update, and delete any object. So for example, let's say my URL is this. This is my URL where I have all the servers. As you can see, this is my URL for all the server objects. So I'm going to now fetch all the data. So this is my headers. Um, okay, let me import everything first. So I will import all the required modules. I'll fetch the username and password from the username and the password from the environment variable. Okay, it says OS is not defined. I have missed OS to import. So this is OS. Now let's import all the required details. Okay, so now I have the data coming from this backend REST API, so I can print it pretty. Yeah, I can print all the data, the same data what I have here, or the in the REST API, the same data I can access from the program also. And now suppose I want to add a server. So I will, in the JSON format, I will write the payload. So this is my data payload, and then I will do a post request to my application API. So done, and now I'll print the response. As you can see, I have posted. It gave me the response server added via REST API. So this is the host name. So right now you don't see Bangalore DC if I here, but if I search now, it's a single page web application. I don't need to reload, so the data should come. Yes, it's there. So server added via REST API. This is the server. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this.